Sometimes, in the topsy-turvy world of wrestling, the most refreshing thing ever is knowing that this character was a scumbag and this human being was a scumbag. Honky Tonk, you old piece of shit. I love you. Never change. At least I can always rest assured knowing that if you said it, it's wrong. From Jakks Pacific and their bone-crunching action line, this is the Ringside Collection Honky Tonk Man. The Ringside Collection was just supposed to be announcers and managers. They were only sold through magazines, if I remember right, so you wouldn't have necessarily been able to walk into a store to get these guys. As a result, a lot of them are now really expensive, especially characters like JR, Jim Cornette, Sergeant Slaughter. As for the Honky Tonk Man, $15. That said, I really like the Honky Tonk Man. He's one of my favorite heels of all time. And also, since we're going to get that Macho Man before too much longer from figure collections, I'm excited to just start getting 80s guys in the bone crunching line. I like my bone crunchers, what can I say? Let's actually open this guy up now. In terms of the packaging, you can see we got the figure, we got a guitar behind him, we got the bass, he has his little profile down here. Flipping around to the back just because I'm curious, you can see we have a lot of figures from the rest of the line. I need to get this referee, it looks really good. You have 2 Tough 2, which is wave 2 of 2 Tough, these are all 2-packs, Superstar 6, and then you can get some play sets and various accessories for your figures. That's all we need to look at. Why don't we actually look at the toy itself now? The Honky Tonk Man is weird, even for this line. Don't get me wrong, I like it a lot, but this is a strange figure. The first thing I notice is when I get him out of the box, he has this very pungent odor. It literally smells like you're just breathing in some good old cancer gas. Alongside that, you do have articulation, so you have an articulated head. It's very stiff, but it goes side to side. You can go up and down at the arms, you have side to side at the waist, and then you have kind of a T-cut at the waist. The pose is weird for Honky, but you do get a number of good stances out of it. So I do like the pose just for facilitating that. These bone crunchers aren't the most articulated things in the world, so give them a good stance, at least you can get some variety in the poses. Alongside that, the paint is weird. You guys saw me pull him out of the box, and yet there's streaks and like the music notes, and there's a crack on the finger here as if it's about to break. It's so bizarre. But at the same time, it is Honky Tonk in the bone crunching action, so what you gonna do? You do get a couple of accessories as well, including a display stand, which is nice. You don't really need it for these made out of plastic guys, but it's gonna be great for some wrestlers. Alongside that, you get the guitar. And this is nice, like, don't get me wrong, it's not the most, like, detailed thing in the world, but I'm so sick of the Mattel guitar that falls apart. Having just a nice solid guitar is really refreshing. And on the back, you have a little vinyl strap so you can actually get it around Honky's torso. You'll never make it look like he's playing it, but at least it's there, you know? Is this the best Honky Tonk Man ever made? I think it's definitely up there. I don't like it as much as, say, the Hasbro or the LJN, but I like it a lot more than the Mattel Honky Tonks. There's just a certain skis around this figure that you don't get in the more modern guys. Alongside that, he is fun, and he looks great alongside the other Bone Crunchers. My one thing is, if you're collecting a Bone Cruncher line, chances are it's because you're nostalgic for Attitude Era / late New Gen era. Honky Tonk just doesn't really fit into that. If you're like me and you just want a lot of oddballs, he's great. But if you're looking for an Attitude Era shelf, unless you're just a really big fan of Road Dogg and want to remember his not-so-good days as Rockabilly, I mean, you could do worse, you know? Never change, Honky. You're the one way I know that there is someone worse than me out there.